Hey guys. So, as you can read, I'm having trouble saying it. Yeah, Jafta and I decided to break up before I go to Finland. This might come as a surprise to people because, well, our relationship was very good actually, which might make it seem strange, but I think the problem was more we've been in a relationship since I was 16. And I kind of feel like Jafta took over the job of my parents. So I was still always protected, you know? Like I never really learned to take care of myself because I always had someone there who loves me no matter what. And as I've probably said before, I just still kind of feel like a child. So I really feel like it's necessary to be apart for a while for me to really grow up and love myself. Because during this last week, I really noticed how much I rely on Jafta to love me, you know? Like, I think I've made a lot of progress in loving myself and standing up for myself. But still, Jafta has always been this safety net for me. Like if I'm at a party and I feel socially awkward, I always come back to Jafta and he's there for me to hug me and love me, even if I don't love me myself. So I really want to learn to love myself and be happy on my own. Because that's another thing I've noticed this week. Because the first 2 days, it's kind of funny, Jafta was doing bad, but I just felt like I was finally free and like now I'm going into the world and I can do whatever I want. And I told my parents and I didn't even cry. But after those 2 days we kind of switched in that because Jafta accepted it and then I just went downhill. And I noticed how much I also rely on Jafta for my happiness because this week I started to realize I shouldn't be excited anymore when he almost comes back from work. Or I can't hug him anymore when I'm sad, or we can't hold hands anymore, all those things. I think I really got a lot of happiness from that. And now it kind of feels like, what do I do with my life now? I think my dad explained it very well. I think he got it from somewhere too, but like you have two shells of happiness. The outer shell is very manipulatable. Is that a word? Well, you can manipulate it easily. Like I said, if Jafta holds my hand, I just get this spark of joy and I feel happy for a while. That lasts for a day at the most, you know? And so you have that inner shell of happiness, and that's for the long run. Yeah, how content you are with your life. And it's actually a lot more important to care for that inner happiness. But I think this week has been so hard because we still live together. Because, yeah, we're breaking up in a friendly way and we even want to be like best friends still. And I don't know how much my autism is involved, but I just can't stand the change. So last night I think I cried the hardest in my life maybe, and I talked to Jafta. Then he was like, well, we can still hold hands and go to the store together and you can still be excited when I come home from work. You know, that we can continue it till you go to Finland. Because I just felt so horrible because it felt like I couldn't touch him anymore and maybe not even talk to him normally because it was so weird, like being with him but not being his girlfriend anymore. Like, what do you say then? Are we now friends? What do you say to a friend? That's also something, like I realized how important friends actually are, because I guess I let myself be more anxious and socially awkward because I felt like I always had Jafta anyway, so like why do you need friends? Kind of like that. That's what I realize only now, but it's actually very important to have friends to talk to about your feelings, and that you trust, and that you know that they love you. So yeah, I really want to work on those things, and then maybe in a year or two we can get back together again. But then I'm relying on my own happiness and having Yafta by my side, instead of just leaning on Yafta, because that's just unhealthy. We need to stand on our own, side by side. So I'm doing a bit better now. So I'm doing a lot better now, because it just felt horrible that it seemed like Yafta just wasn't there anymore, like I couldn't do anything with him. Kind of felt like he was dead or something, while we were still living in the same house. But now that we decided that we still kind of continue the relationship and let it fade, you know, it feels so much better. And I don't know if that's wrong. Like, what if I get depressed in Finland then? But this week I've been to friends and my family, and I felt like it was a lot better when I was there without Yafta, you know? It's just that Yafta reminds me of our relationship, and that makes me feel the agony. So I think this is a good decision. Yeah, that we kind of act like best friends still, and just we can hug each other and maybe even hold hands, even if that sounds romantic. But I mean, just to let the love kind of fade, you know? And then it really stops when I go to Finland. People have already said that they hope that we're getting back together, which is kind of funny. And somewhere I really hope that too, but I know that it's just still so fresh. And my goal is to not hope for that anymore, you know? Because that hope is just, again, that I rely on Yafta for making me happy. And that's what I want to lose. I want to be able to be happy on myself, by myself. There's also this married woman in a movie, but I'm not going to say the name of the movie because then it's a spoiler. Maybe you can guess. But there's a married woman, and her man is dying. And what she says then is like, it's okay, I'll be fine. And that's my goal, that your husband is dying and still then you're like, I'm gonna be fine. You can go now. You can rest now. Like, oh, that just makes me emotional, how strong those people are. So yeah, I want to be strong like that. But yeah, it's July 1st today, so I'm gonna go to Finland in a month. What the hell? Yes. Very nice. So I'm preparing my laptop for Finland, but I've had this since I was like 16, and it's still pretty fine. Working pretty well, I mean. But I have some stuff, I don't know what this is. What is happening? So I found a lot of old videos back, and I might do a Throwback Thursday with it or something. And today I'm gonna stay at Nikki's place. So thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!